And then we submitted Mi Chamocha, but we put that on the country rock charts.
Okay.
And that shot up to #1 and stayed there for 2 weeks.
With even that Hebrew, even
with that's right, and I not only did I have such success with these pieces, but in terms of artist, I was the #11 overall artist in the world category on MP3.com in Australia.
Wow.
So I've been very gratified. All 3 tracks have gone up the charts, then down the charts, then up the charts again, and 2 of the 3 tracks are making their 3rd run up the chart, and Mi Chamocha, which came out later, is making its 2nd run up the charts. So it's very exciting. We're getting a lot of airplay. I'm getting emails from people in Italy, England, the Eastern United States, the Western United States, all over the world, as well as Australia. And I'm getting some response that really makes me feel good. I'm getting inquiries from congregations wanting me to bring me over to them and do Shabbat rocks with them, and it's a really wonderful feeling that this project has been so embraced.
That's fabulous.
Because I really felt that I wanted to do something that really came from deep inside of me.
What about the song "It Feels Good"? Tell us a little bit about it.
Well, that has an interesting history because it starts off. It's a psalm for Shabbat, and it starts off Tov lehodot l'Adonai. It's good to thank or acknowledge the Lord. And I'm wondering, what does it mean, good? And I looked at different Sidurim from throughout the 20th century, and I'm very surprised by finding. It's good, or it's fitting. And my favorite one is fitting. And another one I saw it's appropriate. Well, I'm not very good at being appropriate, as any of my high school teachers could attest. So what are they really trying to say? And I had to conclude that good means it feels good to thank God, to sing of your name Most High, and that is the direction that I translated.
That one little word gave you a handle on the song.
God.
Yeah.
It feels good to thank God, to sing of your name Most High, to tell of your kindness at morning time and your faithfulness at night. It feels good to thank God, to sing of your name Most High, to tell of your kindness at morning time and your faithfulness at night. Through the sound of the lute and the 10-string harp, to the head humming melody of the lyre. 'Cause you, Lord, made me so glad with your works. Your works make me want to sing higher and higher. It feels good, thank God, to sing of your name Most High, to tell of your kindness morning time and your faithfulness at night. One more time, it feels good to thank God, to sing of your name Most High, tell of your kindness at morning time and your faithfulness at night. How great are your works, how deep are your thoughts. A brute will never know, nor a fool understand. When the wicked spring like grass and evildoers thrive, soon they'll be destroyed, 'cause you eternally stand. It feels good to thank God, to sing of your name Most High, tell of your kindness at morning time and your faithfulness at night. One more time, it feels good to thank God, to sing of your name Most High, to tell of your kindness at morning time and your faithfulness at night. Kindness at morning time and your faithfulness at night. Behold, your foes are gone, evildoers scattered. You raise my horn like an ox, anoint my head with oil. My eyes see my enemies, I fall to the ground. My ears hear the sound of my tormentors fall. tell of your kindness at morning time and your faithfulness at night. One more time, it feels good to thank God, to sing of your name most high, to tell of your kindness at morning time and your faithfulness at
What's your favorite song on the CD?
Oh, that's a good question. What's my favorite song on the CD? Well, this week, oh, that's a really good question. I have to say Lay Us Down in Peace is something that I really love.
Mine too.
It's a combination of genres. I got a little bit of this strong country rock feel, the Sweet Home Alabama opening.
And that deep voice.
And then there's a little bit of jazziness, but also a little bit of a gospel feel, but it's definitely a rock tune.
Yeah.
And I'm very pleased with the way that turned out. And I have to say, I mean, I don't know what's the opposite of Murphy's Law, because whatever it is happened to this project. I mean, because I didn't know what I was doing coming in here, and I was very lucky. I had people who were really good. They were real mensches, you know. Everybody was a mensch with this project. I brought in Rabbi Shaul, who is a great guitarist, and he has some. I mean, we'll hear some of these solos. I mean, that will melt your brain.
Yeah, when you go back to California, tell them that we really want him on the show. Also.
I most certainly will.
Okay.
I will certainly put you guys in touch with him.
We're really admiring him from afar for a long time. I mean, you know, we have his CDs and.
Yes.
Yes,
he's great. He's been great, and he's been very generous with his time. He helped me gain some really good, strong professionals to go into session, and the musicians were all great. The engineer was great. I managed to get a great guy to do the mastering, and the cover art was just beyond my wildest expectations. I got a great deal with Rainbow Records to manufacture the CD, and just now I'm decided I'm going to submit this to a couple of music labels. I mean, there's some Jewish music labels out there, and you'll be hearing from me.
Well, the Levy's got picked up by a label, I believe.
That's correct. So
they're doing here as well.
Excellent. There's a growing market for Jewish pop. Jewish pop has really matured into something that people are actually buying, and there are some major record labels that are looking at Jewish pop and seeing a niche market there.
There's fewer people in the big companies, but there's more and more of these opportunities through other media outlets, whether it be the internet, whether it be public access TV, cable, national cable.
The internet, I mean, like, take Ani DeFranco. A lot of people have heard of Ani DeFranco. She promoted her own stuff, all on the internet.
Yep.
And she's gotten airplay all over the place. So there's proof positive that you don't have to go through the traditional channels.
That's right.
Where people say, well, if this is not going to sell 1 million copies, then we don't even want to hear about it.
That's right.
You don't have to sell 1 million copies anymore to be heard.
That's great.
Which is very, very encouraging for mom and pop operations like ourselves.
That's right.
It's a very exciting time.
You've picked Shabbat Rocks has picked a good venue in Rabbi Rock, and we are rocking it together, and I'm really glad that you came here all the way from California.
It's my pleasure.
Yeah, come again every time.
Absolutely.
Shalom u'bracha.